Hey guys, welcome to my first YouTube video on my channel. I've been putting off my YouTube channel for like a year now, and it's 2025. It's time to start reaching the goals we've been setting for ourselves. So here I am. My name is Princess. I am a licensed nail tech and a licensed esthetician. I'm 29 years old. Big Scorpio, birthday in November. Shout out to all the Scorpios. And I've been doing nails since COVID. That's when I learned, because it was nothing else to do but to learn something new. I just got my first salon suite in September of last year. I was so excited about that. I was working out of my home for like the first 2 years, I'm gonna say, of my nail journey. Then I moved to a shop. Then I moved to my suite. I live in Philly, so just people coming in and out my house, it wasn't giving that no more. And paying booth rent when I can have my own, it wasn't giving that either. Doing a short nail set, Valentines Day type of theme nails. And I learned everything I learned from YouTube University. When I went to nail school, they wasn't teaching me nothing. I was just there to get my license. And I met some cool people amongst the way. In the beginning of the video, I just pushed her cuticles back. Now I'm buffing her nails. She doesn't really like the nail clipper, so we usually skip that step. I say I'm a lot. I never noticed that. I'm gonna try my best not to hit y'all with that no more. Um, I am putting on her nail tips. I use Amazon nail tips. They work great. And they come with the refillable ones too, so I don't gotta keep buying big packs. I always just get the extra long ones and just cut them down to size because it's better. When I first started doing nails, I feel like it took me like 30 minutes just to prep. It was just like putting the nail tips on straight was like the most hardest thing for me. I do not know why, but it used to kill me. I think because I used to measure it with the nail and not the knuckle, so it was stressing me out. But now I feel like I got it. You just gotta just keep sizing them up. Now I'm blending the tips. I feel like that makes them last longer when it's more of a seamless transition from the nail bed to the nail tip. I did do a set before without blending it, and I feel like it lasted just as long. But, quality. Here I'm cutting the tips and I'm lining them up with the other nail to make sure they're all nice and even. When I do her thumbs, I use the nail clipper only because she bites her nails, and I feel like if I use the scissors, I might cut her skin underneath. This part is completely optional. I do this for shaping purposes only. I prefer it this way because I just feel like it just gives a more crisp look to my shaping. I do have a few clients that request a straight edge, and I give them what they want because the client is always right. Well, sometimes. Sometimes they be wrong. But when it comes to the shape, for sure, 100% always give them what they want. This right here is a pro tip. Before you apply the nail dehydrator or the bond, wipe it with some alcohol first. I promise it's a game changer. It's going to make your nails last even longer. The retention going to go crazy. I promise. I get my nail dehydrator from Amazon, and for my super bond, I get that from Valentino Beauty Pure. I'll put the links below in the description. For my acrylic, I'm using Baby Boomer by Too Cute Nail Supply. I bought their 10 for 10 special when they first started promoting it, and I am obsessed with their pinks. The Baby Boomer and the Bubble Yum are like the best two pinks I've ever had. I will also put that in the link below. So I really try to make this video beginner friendly, but it's so hard for me to not use the 1 beat method for short nails because I'm just so used to it now. When I do the 1 beat method, I sometimes go back in with a small cuticle bead to build the apex, but when you're doing short nails, you don't really have to build the apex up like when you're doing longer nails. And what I really like about this brand of acrylic is that it's self-leveling. So you don't have to really do too much. It basically shapes itself. I just let the acrylic fall down and it's like butter. Their whole brand is really good. And I went on their website recently and I see that their acrylic powders are like $18 now. So I was like, oh, damn. But it's worth it. Like, I will say that it's worth it because it has a very good consistency. And when you're doing nails and you're starting off, having a good acrylic is key to laying your acrylic application perfectly. Also, when you're laying your acrylic, try to get close but not too close to the cuticle so you're not fighting the cuticle. If it does run off to the sides, just use your brush and wipe it away. That easy. Also, as you're laying the acrylic, please remember to wipe your brush as you're applying because you don't want the acrylic to get in your brush and get your brush crunchy and stiff, and it's going to make the application so much harder to do. If you're applying your application and you feel like it's coming out too thick, I would just say use smaller beads. And if it's still a little too thick, just remember you can always use your drill to fix all of that up. However, the smoother the application, the easier the shaping will be when it's time to bring the drill out. Make sure as you're applying the acrylic, you're wiping the sides and tapping the tip just so you won't lose your shape in the application process. And I didn't record the thumb in frame, so I'm just going to show you the thumb on the other hand. I really will say, since it's my first YouTube video, the hardest thing was literally recording in frame. Like, it was so hard to do. I don't know what I be doing wrong. I don't know if I need to like put like an X on the paper or something to remember to stay right here when I'm doing it, but it was so hard. When I was YouTubing how to make YouTube videos, I did see one person have like an Apple Watch, and he was able to watch his video as he was recording it on his Apple Watch. So I might try to do that next time. I might buy an Apple Watch. I don't know. I don't know. And you know what's funny? As I'm watching this video, as I'm doing this voiceover, I noticed that I definitely did a second beat for every nail. So let me humble myself. I did not do the 1 beat method. I did a 2 beat. For my nail files, I use 100 grit nail files because I feel like they make it the most crispy without eating the nail up. 80 grit, I feel like eats the nail up, and it doesn't work well, especially if you're a beginner. I start by filing the sides first, underneath the nail, and then the tip of the nail. When I'm filing, I have the nail file pressed completely against the nail. I go up and down, and not at no angle. There's no gaps. That gives it that perfect square shape that you're looking for, or rectangle when you're doing longer nails. It gives it that perfect shape.
Myself, I don't know. Leave me here, I'll fuck myself. Sit in the mirror, I duck myself. Don't need much, so fuck my wealth.
For my drill bit, I use a fine tapered barrel bit. I will also put the link in the description bar below. This is not a safety bit. I used a safety bit for my first 2 years. I was so scared to transfer over to a regular bit because I just never wanted to cut my clients. But I actually never did. I never cut my clients, I promise. And what I will say is the nails still came out just as well with the safety bit. So it's not like it really makes a difference. It just, I would say it's a faster process when you have a regular bit, because you can really get into the cuticle, like real close to the cuticle, because with the safety bit, it has like a little curve. That's the part, that's the safety part. Also, I file underneath the nail tip. I make it real thin because I'm going to file it down one more time, so it's going to become thick. But I just make it real thin at first and then file it and it'll be thicker. You'll see at the end. I really hope you guys are enjoying this video. I don't know why I'm so nervous doing this voiceover. Nobody even heard it yet, but I am nervous. So if you guys have any tips for me, please leave them below. I know I talk fast. I know I have a lisp. I'm trying to get through it, y'all. I promise. Here I'm using a fine sanding band to smooth out my application even more, and that's just my final process and my shaping process that just makes it like seamless for me. Lastly, I'm going in with my buffer to smooth out the acrylic and make it ready for my designs. I had my client go wash her hands, and then I sprayed her nails down with some alcohol and scrubbed them down to get rid of all the extra debris around the cuticle area and on the fingers. I am in love with this white gel liner. I got it from my local nail supply store. What I love about it is it's just that one coat gel polish. You don't have to do two coats. The one coat is going to do the job. I feel like Frenchies are the hardest design to accomplish as a beginner nail tech. It seems so simple, but it's really hard. Like, not hard, but you have to master it. I start off by doing the two sides first and then bringing it in. I've tried multiple techniques, but honestly, it's up to you as the technician to find what's comfortable for you and what works best for you. Repetition is key. The more you work on it, the better it'll get. Practice makes progress.
fast and you do what you want. At this time, doing what I want. Hope you knew what you want. What you want? My new bitch look like Halle Berry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch fun like Jackie Brown. I wanna love her, she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, girl, no maybe. In the meantime, decide for what I want. Get some me time. Hope you know what you want. Crib by the beach like Odell. Over my killers don't tell. Shadow my mark of the New York the shelf. Now my bitch is Chanel. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, girl, no maybe. In the meantime, decide for what I want. Get some me time.
The look I'm going for is a notebook theme. So I'm going in with a blue gel liner and creating 3 lines on each side. Then I'm going to go in with my red liner brush and create the notebook look even more.
Maybe I love myself, I don't know. Leave me here, I'll fuck myself. See me in the mirror, I duck myself. Don't need much, so fuck my wealth.
With the red gel liner, I'm starting at the point of the French tip and then dragging it down at an angle so when you look at it from the upper view, you can still see the red line. If you do it too close to the side, you're not going to see the red line in the design, if you get what I'm trying to say. Now I'm adding some cute tic-tac-toe designs and I'm going to follow it up with some XOs. Like I said, it's a Valentine's Day set, so we're giving love in the air. Now I'm about to apply my gems. I use Macarad rhinestone glue to adhere all my gems, and I get all my gems from Shein. They have the best selection of gems ever, and they're cheap. You get them in bulk. It's like 10 for $1. You can't go wrong with Shein gems, I promise you. I love these lip gems. They're so cute to me. Like, I'm obsessed with them. I probably get them like a couple times a year. They're my favorite. Right along with the cherries. I love the cherries. They're just so cute. Finally, I am going in with Valentino Beauty Purist top coat, non-wipe top coat. Make sure y'all get non-wipe. And it is just flawless. Like, I love their top coat more than anything. It's the only top coat I use. I've been using it for 2 years. And I forgot to record this part, but after I was done top coating and let it cure under the dryer for 60 seconds, I went back in with my nail file and I filed the tips of the nails again to make it more crispy. And it's just a flawless finish. And this was the final look, guys. I love them so much. I thought they were so cute. I love Valentine's Day and I can't wait for it to come. And I hope you guys enjoyed my first video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys. Until next time.